Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm going to do a video on 3 knives for life. So this is a open tag video originally started by River's Edge Cutlery, I believe. And I've been tagged by a couple people in the community to do this video. So shout out to Justin over at Tier 1 Gear and EDC Reviews, and Casey over at Knives Fast. Go check out those channels. Dudes are awesome. Both are buddies. You know, send knives back and forth with them, sell each other knives, talk daily almost about knives and other stuff. And they're both just really cool dudes. They both have great opinions on knives that are different than mine. So I think, it's a good opportunity there if you don't know those channels to try something different. They're also different from each other. It's just a really good couple of guys there to check out. I've also seen a bunch of other channels do this video. So go check it out. I don't know if there's a playlist somewhere. Maybe somebody can put it together. Maybe I'll think about doing that. But anyway, 3 knives for life. So basically the premise here, if you haven't seen one of these before, is you have to pick 3 knives out of your collection that you would keep for life. So you don't have any other knives anymore. Basically, some people have said, oh, there's a fire and you can only grab 3 knives, or your wife makes you sell everything but 3 knives, right? Now, those are very different scenarios. A fire, I have to grab 3 knives, versus 3 knives for life. These are the only knives I'm going to have for life now. So instead of just grabbing randomly during a fire, I think I want to sit down and think about it, right? And my thoughts on it are pretty complex. I've tried to work this out in my head. I know, guys, my brain's going to explode, right? Me playing a video? Yeah, I know. Now, to be fair, it's been about 20 minutes since I started thinking about it, and I haven't written anything down. I've just been looking at my knives. But basically, I'm going to talk a little bit, and then I'm going to go to the tabletop, and I'll show you the knives I chose. So to work through it, I don't want to show a bunch of knives. I just want to talk about it. For me personally, there's some things to think about, right? What do I do with my knives, right? So I'm probably a fidget guy first. Yet, if these are my only knives for life, I'm going to want them to be able to cut, right? And cut pretty well, because I'm going to have to use them for life. So I want them to have good steel. I want them to be relatively easy to sharpen and stuff like that. I want to have versatility. So I want to have a bigger blade, a longer blade, so I can do some heavier duty stuff, a thicker blade to be able to do that kind of heavy work. And then I also want something more EDCable, right? That I can just pocket and take off with, So it really depends on those things. And then fidget factor for me is a huge thing. So I want to be able to have fun with the knives that I'm carrying. And I also don't want to get bored with that, right? So I need to be careful here. So my original idea was, I'll just pick my 3 favorite knives. So I got the Evo, I got the Field Duty, the F5, I had whatever, right? And the way my mind was thinking was, wait, those are all middle finger flick knives. Like, am I going to get bored of middle finger flicking if that's all I do? Because during the day when I work at home, yeah, I might be carrying one of those, but I'll reach over and grab a Malibu, and now I have a really fun button lock flipper to play with. Or I'll grab a Shamwiri, and now I have a front flipper to play with. So that was a factor here, right? Whether these things were going to be sole decision, reasons to make a decision, I don't know. But these are all things I was thinking about. Hardware, I guess because I have it for life, that doesn't mean I can't send it to get fixed, right? So if the knife is all T6 like my Trevor Burger, then that's okay, because I could send it off and get it fixed, I guess. So you got to think about materials. Is it going to just fall apart in 5 years and then I don't have a knife anymore? Now I'm down to 2, right? Blade grinds, all these things are factors, right? And for me, one of the biggest one was I'm left-handed. And after the burger incident of 2021, that's what I'm going to call it now, the burger incident of 2021, when I stabbed myself I'm only carrying left-hand carry knives in my front left pocket. So now I need one of those 3 knives has to be left-handed, or be a reversible clip so I can carry it left-handed because, well, that's where I carry a knife every day. So I need to have at least one knife in that pocket. And if I only pick one left-hand carry knife, well, then that knife is going to be with me every day. So that better be a one goddamn good knife. So all these things were running through my head, and I was like, yeah, when I was going back and forth, I had the Malibu out, I had the F5, I had the Evo, I had the Field Duty EDC, I had the Trevor Burger out. Did I say Malibu? I had the Stinger out at one point because I'm thinking, maybe something a little more budget, lightweight EDC would be really solid to just have there, disappear in your pocket. I was pulling all kinds of the Chavez. I was thinking Bruiser. You got thumb studs there, and then you got a flipper on the Malibu, and then you got a hole on the Field Duty. Boom, trifecta, right? That's fun. I also need the action to be dialed. So these are all things that were just like, right? So anyway, that's kind of where I was going with this. And then I picked my 3, and it might not be much of a surprise, but that's because knives are fucking good. And when I really like a knife, I really like a knife. So I'm going to bring it down to the tabletop, show you my 3, and then I'll wrap this up, and you guys can move on with your day. I really appreciate you coming to watch this. I love you guys. Shout out to Justin and Casey, Tier 1, Gear and EDC, and Knives Fast for the tags. This is open to anybody who wants to make a YouTube video on it, or if you want to make an Instagram post if you're a viewer, or if you want to leave a comment in the comment section with your 3, I would love to interact with you guys about it. If you want to message me and tell me why I'm wrong, like Paul Windmiller will do, you could do that. So yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in a second. All right, hey guys, so I'm back. Here are the 3 knives I chose. So first up, probably most obviously, the CKF Evo 2.0. I have done so much content on this knife. You guys have seen it a million times. Have that mirror edge on there from Jared over at Neves Knives. And I just love this knife. The reasons, I guess, are 1, it is the most beautiful knife I own. To me, it's just the sexiest thing there is. If, let's say, there actually was a fire, knock on some wood. Do I have any wood? Yeah. This is the first knife I would grab. I would literally go right at this knife, and it would be in my pocket instantly. And then I would start shoving a bunch of other stuff in there. I'd probably close the case and take it, but this would be the first one I'd go to. I mean, that awesome carbon fiber, just this blade shape with that sheep's foot is just absolutely stunning. The bark pattern on the titanium, the action. This is on Gillian bearings. They actually just came out with specific skiff bearings for this knife. So go check it out. I believe it's the 6 millimeters over at skiffmadeblades.com. The ergonomics are almost flawless for me in either grip. It has a fantastic hollow grind with a fantastic edge. It's in M390. It's beefy, so this would be my beefy knife as well, to do some heavy use with if I needed to. It's lightweight, easy to carry. Never had a problem with it opening in my pocket, but it would be in my back left pocket. So the Evo 2.0 would for sure be the first knife on the list. You're welcome, Paul. And then second, again, not a surprise, is the Lingma Field Duty. Now, I almost went with the EDC version of this. I don't want to be showing a bunch of runners up here, but same knife design, right? Just shrunken down a little bit. But I figured, 1, I have the reversible clip on here, so it's okay. I can carry it lefty. This is my left-hand carry knife for life. This would be in my front left pocket every day, and I would be okay with that. I would be happy, man. I literally just got an Arius in yesterday, sold it the same day. That will be explained in that video if it hasn't posted already. Not because I don't like the knife. It just does not work left-handed. But you know what? I don't care because I have the Field Duty, and this thing is as good, if not better. The action is incredible, and for a lefty, this thing is better. So, again, fantastic action. That detent would just keep me appeased for life. I'm telling you, that detent is so good. Ergonomics, fantastic back here. Even better up here. Jimping is money. This is a thick enough blade stock that I could get some heavy use done, but I have a 3.75-inch blade for plenty of reach. So this is my big knife. That's my bruiser knife. This is also my lefty knife, and it's also gorgeous. Look at it. So the Lingma Field Duty is number 2, and that's the carbon fiber version. The titanium one would not be. Then I would switch to the EDC. But I have this one, so what am I talking about? Lastly, and this to me was a surprise after going through all the knives, handling and thinking and just letting my instincts take over, the Trevor Burger LEXK CFL. This knife, first off, one of the main reasons is I wanted to have just a good EDC knife, right? Just a knife that you can whip out, cut some shit, and put back and not have to have this heavy thing or this big thing. But it also had to be a good cutter. This is LMAX steel with a hollow grind that starts at the spine. It is one of the best grinds I've ever seen on a knife. I can tell you it penetrates well, and it is a fantastic cutter. It's just a really good EDC knife, guys. The action, incredible. It's not quite drop shut, but these bearings are breaking in, and I have no doubt it will continue, look at that, to just get smoother as I continue to fidget with it. I've only had it for a little bit over a week, and that says a lot. I mean, I really love it. It is an expensive knife. All of these are pretty much, but this is the most expensive. But the craftsmanship from Trevor Burger Customs is impeccable. It's literally an almost flawless knife. I absolutely am in love with it. Look at the milling pattern. Look at that carbon fiber. The pivot, you know, the downsides are the T6s on all screws, including pivot. But again, there's no reason I can't send this off if I have it for life, right? And another reason I wanted to go with this is because I wanted something with a different opening method. You know, and I kind of went back and forth between this and the Malibu, because that's a flipper button lock, very fidgety. But I just went with the more high-end, nicer, smoother feeling. I mean, this thing it's just incredible how smooth it is. And that blade is just, I mean, it's I just have to say it's a step above that Malibu. The Malibu's good, guys. The grind's pretty good on that, but this thing is ridiculous. So I am really in love with this. And if I get frisky with it, I can actually reverse flick this guy. So I can have a little fun as well as I'm using my EDC. So the Trevor Burger LEXK Custom CFL is my number 3 pick. Now, I do have an honorary mention. And bear with me here, guys. This is not really a joke. The Evitech Shadow Ranger. The greatest EDC knife of all time. The greatest spring-assisted knife ever created. Is my honorable mention. And I honestly contemplated putting this in at number 3. And the reason for that, and this is going to get corny, is this knife has connected me to the community, to you guys, more than any other knife in my collection, believe it or not. The amount of interaction I get because of this knife, we created a goddamn Facebook group over this knife. I've bonded with people over this knife. My buddy Chris, Grady's Gear, I got closer to him because of this knife. It is a relationship making machine right here, okay? That Facebook group is so much fun. We have such a blast. It's called Shadow Rangers over on Facebook. Open group. You're free to join. Please do. We just love to have fun. That's the only rule. You're not allowed to be a pussy. You can post whatever you want, say whatever you want. It does not matter. We don't block people. We don't censor anybody. It's just a blast. And then, just the reactions this thing gets in videos. And I love how some people get so butthurt over it. And then other people just understand that it's funny as hell. So I've also gifted like 20 of these to people. So this knife has, sentimentally probably meant the most to me in the knife community. So I wanted to give it a little bit of an honorable mention there, guys. So that's it. Those are my 3 knives for life. The CKF Evo 2.0. I think it's my favorite knife ever and in the collection. The Field Duty is right behind it. It's probably the best functioning knife in my collection. And then the newcomer, the Trevor Burger, probably the best EDC knife in my collection. So there you go. Again, open tag to anybody who wants to hit it. It's fun. Have a little fun with it. And thank you guys for watching. I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.